Welcome back, Renegades. We're back at it. So today I decided to check out Chalk Outlines. Now I went live last week for the first time. So for those of you that were there, I truly thank you guys for being there. And obviously it was after an emotional week. Every day is gonna get better. And when you make a effort and you change the narrative for yourself, those days are gonna get better. Well, we got to check out Ren and Chinchilla. This was probably the most requested song in the actual live itself, and I'm making a conscious effort to go live a little bit more often. So stick around, make sure you check it out. I will try to give you at least a 48-hour notice, and I'm going to try to make sure that the time frames are straight. But before we get started, I really thought about this before, I pulled up the video and prepped everything. If you had a question that you could ask Ren, what would that be? Drop that in the comments. I really want to know if you had one question, because I'm going to make you think. If you could only ask this man one thing, what would it be? On that note, go ahead and cue that intro. Let's get into it. It's time. And this was the most requested song in the live because they said this is the one that you just haven't got around to yet. So I'm hoping that whatever's offered, I hope that I have the conscious ability to put everything else to the side and then just break this down for you. But without further ado, Ren featuring Chinchilla, Chalk Outlines, and let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Let's have fun with it. And I think we're going to continue on this same narrative of let's try to flip the narrative. Ren has given a part of his life that was traumatic. The experiences were real, but let's see what we can get, and let's see if we can change the narrative of the message, not from what he gives, but within ourselves to be better for ourselves. All right, we got that taken care of. We know what we're about to jump into. You guys already know. We're locked in. Let's go ahead and clock in. This feels like a doctor's office because the old doctor's offices kind of had all those files and so forth, the old school filing cabinets. Oh shit. It's very reminiscent of the Tales, and I hope this is not that. But we're gonna take this ride. Echo? The all white? Okay. Very simple to start.
I'm still here in this bed that I crawled in. I hope that I'm someone else in the morning.
All right. Already, I'm still here in this bed. I'm not gonna go too deep. I don't think I need to, but I think everybody's been through that time frame in their lives to where they feel as though that they just need to lay down and then disappear. And that isolation, whether you do it yourself or you trick yourself into thinking that this is where I'm supposed to be, does more damage than we think that it does. Because we aren't just hiding from the world, because the world doesn't see everything that we have going on. But what ends up happening is we start to hide from ourselves. And that's just what I've picked up so far. And even the colors itself, Ren wearing all white, it's almost like I feel like I'm picking up these feelings have taken me to an insane asylum. And what do they put you in? They put you in a straitjacket. So the straitjacket seems like it's the feelings that he's experiencing just right off the bat. Let's get it. Come on, Ren.
I'm still here in this bed that I crawled in. I hope that I'm someone else in the morning. So take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine. And walk around in the floating chalk outline.
This might be a little bit longer one, but he's talking. And I'm not going to try to stop it too much, but just the way that he expressed right there, basically medication and the fogginess that comes with medication. I think that's why the Sick Boy and everything that he's put out there so far really resonates with a lot of people that have had to take medications, because you get that foggy brain. You understand what this is like. So maybe it's not just the feelings, but also the things that come with numbing that pain, whatever that pain may be, whether it be physical or emotional. Physical pain is different, but emotional pain can be just as damaging just because you're taking antidepressants and so forth just to deal with things. It's so messed up how the medical field will do that to us, because it's the great way to get us back out the door. I know I've talked about that on Sick Boy, that reaction itself, but there's a sense of solitude right here, and I'm kind of waiting for Chinchilla to come in. Maybe she has her own verse or the hook, but it's very. This is tough because I just feel like Ren is just in a wheelchair somewhere in the corner, tucked away, and then what happens when people just kind of go crazy? They just sit them in a corner somewhere, and it's so fucked up. It's so messed up. That's the way that it is, because that person is still a person. It's still a human being, and although sometimes we might put ourselves in a corner, this is what it feels like. Run it back a little bit. We're gonna let it flow.
This one, wash it down and you'll be fine. Then walk around in the floating chalk outline. So it goes, let it be.
The echoes are so good right here.
In the gallows, balanced on my toes so I can breathe. But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my mind, oh my mind, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my mind, oh my mind, erase ourselves in these chalk outlines.
Okay, I can tell Chinchilla's coming just based off of the visuals. With the light flickering, you can tell the camera's already starting to pan. Very classic Ren. Very understood about what's about to come next. But I wanted to address a couple of things. It seems like he's talking about the medication, and then we essentially start tracing ourselves. We put ourselves into an early grave while we're still alive, and then we don't change that. Let's be honest. Most of us will never meet Ren, but we do meet him with his music. He meets us with his music. If you are drawing those chalk outlines around yourself right now in this moment, then I need you to go stand up, go for a walk, do something different, because you need to feel something. Don't be numb, feel something, because that's what's important about why he's putting out this music. All right, let's go.
Sertraline and a sip of serotonin.
The antidepressant, the all white.
Don't cry, 'cause there's a pill for everything.
That's cold.
Take this one, wash it down and you'll be fine. The feeling goes and you draw a chalk outline.
So it goes, let it be.
You can see the pain right here.
In the gallows, I'm balanced on my toes so I can breathe.
That duet right there, and then the perfect balance of hearing those echoes, hearing that echo chamber is so metaphorical, because the metaphor of the medicine itself, the chalk outlines, and then just burying ourselves, but still at least it seems as though someone understands and you have someone to talk to. And maybe that's the importance of it. If you look at Ren right here, there seems to be some type of peace right here. But you've got Chinchilla over here, and her voice is amazing, by the way. But it seems as though if there's one person that can hear you and identify exactly where you're coming from, that might be all you need. So don't hesitate to reach out. Don't hesitate to have somebody by your side that might understand. Because the similarities of what they're wearing might be the similarities inside of your own hearts that makes a difference. I'm enjoying because even when the beat picked up, it seemed like there was a small bit of hope that just gave Ren a small, slight change of aspect. And sometimes that's all we need to change the trajectory of where we're going. Let's go.
So it goes, let it be.
The pain is still there.
Girl, I'm balanced on my toes so I can breathe. But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, oh my, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my, oh my, erase ourselves.
The levels, I think, truly mean something as well, because Ren is looking up at her. It's not where we've been. I'm meeting you where you're at. And when a person can see you past the bullshit, past the representative, past everything, and you can be vulnerable, this is two people being vulnerable. And the relationship of the song elevates just because of what's meant to happen. The raw emotions will take you out of that asylum, those feelings, that state that you're in, and bring you to a new place. I'm gonna give this the proper amount of time that it deserves. Let's go.
With a great big smile. Oh my, oh my, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my, oh my, erase ourselves. Such a perfect day, take it just in case, take it just in case. I'm scared of being okay, cause all things change, all things change. It's such a perfect day, it's a beautiful shade, it's a beautiful shade.
Beautiful duet right there.
I'm scared of being okay, cause all things change.
Has anybody ever had, a state to where they took medication and they had the foggy brain and then it actually went too far? And then you had to come back and then see yourself and you couldn't even recognize yourself?
But little by little, bit by bit, I push it back down with a new habit. If not for long, just for a while, I'll bury myself with a great big smile. Oh my, oh my, we trace ourselves in these chalk outlines. Oh my, oh my, erase ourselves in these chalk outlines.
There was a lot of things to see there, and as you saw, as I addressed and talked about the levels changed again for Ren and Chinchilla. Chinchilla decided that she was going to change exactly where she was at to look up at him. So there was a mutual understanding there of we are in this together. We might be or have experienced the same thing before, but at least there is some truth about who we are. It is incredibly impossible to connect with someone that cannot show you who they are because you don't know who you're really getting. Please, for the life of yourself, for the life of your soul, for the life of who you intend to become, when someone wants to see you, show them who you are. And yes, everybody, you know, that has been through the sick boy stages or the sick girl stages of their life, you have to come out. You have to break from that habit of being addicted to something that is just not good for you. So please don't put yourself in a early grave just based off of what someone else, a doctor who may not have your best interest, and it happens, to really just start to outline who you are, because internally the story is not finished. Write the story, and if that means you gotta tell the story to someone else, tell the whole truth and nothing but the fucking truth. On that note, I hope I gave y'all something to think about. It touched me in a different way, definitely a different type of Ren track, but I appreciate it because of the levels that he can go. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Y'all stay blessed. Thank y'all for reaching back and checking on a brother, you know, throughout the week. It's not often that I really get to dig in, but when I get engulfed into the music, this is what happens. And I appreciate that. So I'm pretty sure y'all got plenty more to do. We already running long, but stay blessed.
He said he couldn't do it, and he did it.
Turn that shit up.
White magic me.